Good evening and welcome to the Darkmom Consortium for January 18th, 2022. I'm Mom. And let's get going here on Discord. And we are in the We Are Live channel today. There we go. Okay. Back and hanging on there. Hope everyone's having a good evening. We are DT-less tonight. I was incorrect. He doesn't have today off. He has tomorrow off. But I'm not working here tomorrow. I'm going to go off and try to be a good girl and go to class, weather permitting. And the price of gasoline permitting. It gets rather expensive to go driving off that far. Hey, for those of you who didn't see the message from Von Marcus, he is attempting to give away 15 keys. All you have to do is be the person to send him the most basic upgrades. So upgrades in the terms of, let's see what I've got here. Just been starting to look at them. So basic beams, basic cannon, basic engineering, basic kits, basic science, basic shields. If you want to craft them, that's cool. If you are like me and you just pick them up as drops, also cool. So I thought I'd put all of mine together and send them off. Yeah, he's selling them to raise funds to get some new ships, which is totally cool. So if you've got some you want to send to him, he's at Duffy number, I won't believe it's 1023, but let's double check that. Duffy, where are you? No! Oh no, Duffy's gone. Duffy, 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 Duffy. I suppose I ought to take one of these off here. The other Duffy, this one. At Duffy number 1027. Okay, guys, I'm going to do something really sad here. This is Cranston Lamont. Cranston Lamont is my friend. Was my friend. I've left him here for a long time. You know what? I'm going to leave him here. I know he's passed away. I can't believe he would have left us that suddenly when he was that sick and not have it be for a different reason. So, I'm going to leave it there. Think about you. Sometimes life just kind of sucks. But this is not the time or the place for talking about the suckiness of life. Let's have some fun. So tonight we're going to do some TFOmania. Random TFOs for everybody to have some fun. Am I going to do this? Should I come here for a reason? Yeah, why not? Let's go ahead and do it. Let's see, they are at like 49%. I don't think that's going to happen. But let's go see if we can go spray some bugs. Brings new meaning to the concept of raid. It used to be it would raise your arm up to spray at the bugs. It doesn't do that anymore. Oh, it does sometimes, I guess. Yay! But more often it just points at the ground. It's really hard unless you've got everybody dedicated to doing it to get this one done, versus bringing home the bacon, which is the one from the Atli, which is super easy. But what the heck, we're here. Let's go ahead and make some dilithium. I suppose we should pick out an acolyte to do today, too. That is an excellent thought. Let's finish getting some dilithium here, and also let's see what we've got down here. We have Terran ships, and we have Herald ships. Let's see, Herald ships, that would be midnight. Wish we could do these mining weeks a little bit more often. This is very nice. Even though I haven't been able to dedicate myself to it. Just being able to do a little bit here and there has been wonderful. Should we go turn in those reports? Yeah. Good evening, Mar Hawkman. How are you? Oh, come on. What was the third one? Tell me the third one. That is awesome. Don't you just love it when things come out, when a plan comes out that way? Excuse me, when a plan comes together. An unplanned plan. That is so cool. I, of course, got 3 things that were just not related. I had, like, some ground damage, and I had some Terran ships and some Herald ships, and I have no idea what I've got on the other one. Oh my god. Actually, Hive Ground isn't horrible. Hold, which one is Hive Ground? Hey, if you can find a group that'll do a ground mission, cool. We do have a couple of people. The Queen fight. But not the jumping over the plasma fight, right? The one that's in... Isn't that the one that they take a piece of and put it in measure of morality? Where you have to do... The one with the electric panels on the floor. No, that's the one I'm thinking of. Okay, so the first room is in Mom. Oh, measure of morality. Thank you. I'm thinking, wow, that's... Yeah, I thought the Queen fight was in there too. Well, let's do some Terran ships. Oh, I know where we do Terran ships. What ship have I got here? I've got the Ardent. Not a great ship. Not, well, actually, great ship, just not a great build. Big difference in those two. What have I got for accolades that have not been done? I see I have some work to do on the invasion scenarios for Draenor Colony. Herodian shrimps? Yes, Herodian shrimps. 16 Cardassian ships would give me someplace fun. Ooh, Tholians in Azure Nebula. I've really got some work to do. 20 Federation ships. Ooh, this one's possible. Okay, I read this one as being Coalition underwear, which I guess isn't quite where we're going there. Cold-blooded. Breen. Nope, not close with that one. Not close with that one. Really not close with that one. Ooh. I only have one that I've missed in Pavo Dissension. Well, heck with that. I can do that one. Wow. Fend off the prison. Wow, I can't believe I've missed so many here. Defeat 87 enemies along... Oh, 407. Duh. Let's see. Breen. What about Terrans? What have we got for Terran ones? Kills, 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 kills. Do we have Terran kills? There we go. Ooh, well. Oh, that's officers. I want to do ships. That's it? Maybe I've done all the ships. Oh well. We'll go do it anyway. Well, Ron is back, so I suspect we're going to start to see more call for board ground. There's a board ground, though, that I really enjoy, which is... No, wrong thing there, Mom. Wrong thing. Don't pay attention to that crazy woman. Is it Cure Applied? Yeah, Cure Applied. I like that one. Admittedly, you have to have a decent team. But it's really fun. Let's see. Let's go to Defura. It really isn't that long. It's just if you've got a really good team, everybody does their thing and it flies through. It's when you don't have a team that's working together that it kind of gets sucky. But it's what, like 10 minutes? Which isn't bad for a TFO. I think we've been spoiled by the fact that we've got so many fast TFOs. Ooh, and did you see the new TFO that's coming out? Jupiter Eruptus, I think? Jupiter Interrupted is what I'm coming up with. Yeah, there was just a little hinting that it's going to be on, I think, Jupiter Station, which looked really cool. I have no idea what it's actually going to wind up being, but it looked awesome. If it's nearly as good as Operation Wolf was, I'm just totally into it. What are we going to do? We've had a good episode, a great episode. We've had a really fun new TFO that's not just a rehash of an old one. And this one looks like we've got a new location. Yay! Yeah, I only have to get a few here. See if I can get up there, get it fixed. Really? What were they built for? Do you remember? Since you know a lot of the background stuff that I don't know. It's interesting to go back and look at some of the older ones that they've been working on a little bit. Ryza being a really good example. And they were tweaking the rocks. Hold on, this one's secured now. I don't need to deal with that. Fine, 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 fine. I'll go someplace else. Thank you. Oh, there are some ships here. Yay. That's weird, but okay, fine. I'll go over here. Oh. Okay. Sadly, not a sign that the Foundry will be coming back. I would love to have the Foundry come back.
The device is active. Stay within 3 kilometers to start shutting it down.
Well, I'll stay within 3 kilometers, but I need these ships. So I've been playing with a concept. One is people write original Star Trek Online fiction, fanfic if you will. And I was thinking of starting up a, read in front of the fireplace and recite them, but if anybody was really interested, I would love to turn some into like mini movies using footage we can do from the game. Something I love doing. Ooh. Wow. Even though Pluto's not a planet? Well, this Star Trek Online can't be that old, right? That could be. They might have had something figured out and then... You get everything figured out in your head. You're going to go this way and then we're going to go that way. And, of course, everybody's going to want to play it the way it is in your head. And then reality goes, nah, I don't think we're going to do that today. I think we'll do something else. Now we'll trust somebody else to go have some fun with that one. And go over and do a little midnight. So what do I have? 30 Herald chips. Well, that would definitely be midnight. Oh, maybe it won't be midnight on this account. Let's see. Let's grab somebody else then. I'm sorry. It is still a planet. That's all there is to it. Anyone who says it's not a planet, well, what do they know? What do they know? I don't know, it'd be more ominous to have Ceres being a planet. We're talking about Ceres, the asteroid Ceres, or Ceres something else that I'm not thinking of. Yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah, that's too close to be a planet. I'm sorry. There are just some rules that's a little too freaky. It's like when asteroids that come close to Earth orbit get a little... Not that there's anything I can do about them, so... No reason to really panic. I can't change it. Why do I have a feeling I forgot to put the shields back on the ship? I mean, she's doing fine without them, but... Sweetie, you're not the only one who's having some problems here. So let's just check. Yes, I did take my shields off, didn't I? Let's make sure I got the right ones there. Great. Do I want the preservation or do I want the innervation? I always get them wrong. I think I want the preservation. There we go. Yeah, but that just messes with my brain. It's like, no, they shouldn't be planets that close to us. Oh, well, yeah, but still. Why was my brain going the asteroid belt is on the interior of Mars, not between Mars and Jupiter? Sorry. And I used to have a functional brain. Three more ships.
The shipyards are losing integrity. We need someone on damage control, or we may lose them before the ships and dock can mobilize.
Why does that guy sound like Cooper?
Akagi here. We've restored main power. Thanks for keeping the gantries intact. Bringing the Fight 99th Attack Wing into battle now.
This is ESD control. We're losing life support and transporters are offline.
Earth's space dock has lost main power. We're evacuating.
Oh, it's not. Well, that's better. And there's my reward. Well, that was nice. I have no idea what that was. Well, let's take care of these two and start running some TFOs. Yay! Alright, Yaddick, let's get out of here. Alright, who's up for a random TFO? If anybody has a specific TFO they'd like to do, obviously we can do that. Or if anyone needs to do endeavors or anything else. Let's see. Gee, which endeavor am I going to get today? Wow, let's see. We're at 13 and we're at 16. Let's get this one done. It's not very exciting, but let's get it done. I'm out of exciting. And I'm drinking coffee because it was a long day and a short night. Which will make today a very long day and a very short night again. This is not good. Tomorrow will be a very long day and a very short night. And then by Thursday I'll just be like, grumble, grumble. Alright, who's up for some randoms? There's 5 of you out there. I can see you. Each and every one of you. That would be really interesting. That would be a storyline. Or on Europa if you really want to have some fun. They get down there and they find the giant obelisk. Well, as I said, would make for a fun storyline. I mean, you could have, you would think by this time, what, 200 years from now? No, what, 400 years from now? Duh. Yeah, 400 years from now. I have to do the math every now and then. They would have managed to get a colony. Is Federation okay with you, Mar Hawkman? I can go KDF just as easily. It's just your preference. Okay, but it doesn't matter. I can go either way. Ed and I have been working on my Sulaban Silic ship, which is pretty damn nice. I haven't run it in ISE or ISA yet. Okay. So I don't know what it's going at the moment, but it's been much too fun. What did I build today? Oh, I got a new wrist device. Okay. Let's be smart and put the protection on that one. Ooh. Yeah, it's really nice. I haven't even looked to see if there's a interesting interior to it yet. I suppose I should. Well, it looks like it's just us, so I'm going to go ahead and queue us up here. We are queued. Wee-woo. We had the same problem this morning with, we would have 4 people teamed, but only 3 of them were showing up in private. That was getting to be an issue again. The freighter, yes, but this isn't the freighter. This is the carrier. Oh, there we go. Let's see what we got. There you go. You do know the cheaty way to do destructible torpedoes, right? Hey, Big Papa, how are you? Nice to see you. Hope all is well in your world.
I am the collective.
I am doing good, thank you very much. I am still healthy, which is getting to be a rare occurrence. I know about 50% of the people I know have got or had COVID in the last couple of weeks. They're all well. I mean, they've all done very well. Survived it. I'm not going to survive this. I'm going to do something. Definitely going to have to put some heals on this puppy. There we go. No damage, yay. I'm so used to flying a tank that just doesn't take a lot of damage, and then I forget, and I get on this one, it's like, oh, you sneeze at it, and it falls apart. Yeah, we're coming up on like 50% of the office has got it. But all with, yeah, just work at home and feel lousy for a couple of days symptoms. Thank goodness. Because for the most part, the people I work with are really nice people. Come on. Oh, really? I feel like such a noob. Oh yeah, we definitely have to make some changes here. Yeah, my one of my coworkers' husband has got the long-term effects. And super sad, because they don't know that there's anything they can do for it. And it really bothers me because my husband's not in great health, and he's older, and if he were to get COVID and deal with the long-term effects, that would be miserable for him. I like AP builds, Drunken Heretic. It's not a fabulous build, but that's not the point. There's so many consoles that just are nice to AP. Yeah, I know. Get closer than 10 kilometers. You know, Big Papa Tart, my life has been so easy compared to so many other people. I'm just not in a position to ever complain. I mean, if I do, then it's just poor, pitiful me. Don't feel sorry for me. I've been really fortunate. Oh, yeah. Clearly, firepower alone is not enough.
Another. Join us. Become one with us.
Join us. We have cookies.
I am eternal. This is not the end.
Don't we all? I just finished the last of the Christmas cookies that I had stashed in the freezer. I thought, good, no more temptation. Nothing to keep me, you know, from doing the good stuff. So I hit the gym and I came home and I found the other box of Christmas cookies that I'd hidden. So I still have another 2 dozen. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, so this one is Herald AP, I believe. Yeah, Herald AP. The Advanced Radiant AP. And yeah, it's nice. I like the ship. I should upgrade it to the T6X, really. That's all there is to it. And I just do not have enough in the way of saves on her, so all the better reason to upgrade it. Oh, I know. Okay, so even the Herald ground weapons have totally great sound effects. Cookies are delicious. An ultimate bacon overlord. I am a very good baker. I make good cookies. Not this year. I think it was last year. No, the last year I had the school running, so that would be Christmas of 2019, because we closed the school in March of 2020, when all this stuff happened. I made bacon cookies once. Not the ones you think. But I would bake cookies every single day of Christmas, and then towards around the middle of December, we had a cookie exchange. I told everybody to bring 1 dozen, and then they could take 1 dozen home. And of course, I brought 24 dozen, so everybody could just take a couple extra ones. So bacon cookies. I was trying to think, how can you do a bacon-flavored cookie? But I couldn't really come up with it tasting right, so instead I took layers of dark red, light pink, and white dough, and kind of mashed them together and then sliced them so they looked like strips of bacon, and have something called chocolate sugar, and rolled the edges in the chocolate sugar so it looked like it was crispy brown on the edges. Didn't taste like bacon, but it looked good. It tasted great, just not bacony. I have bacon salt, though. Maybe instead of the chocolate salt, next time I do the bacon salt on the outside. Be good. Yes. Bacon. I was actually going to entitle this after a meme I saw today, which is, "This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs. This is your brain on drugs with a side of bacon." Yes. Yes, indeed. Well, that was fun, though not great, so let's jump to a different tune who's got a better ship. And yeah, we'll probably get back to Pimp My Starship on Thursdays when DT's around. It might be a moving Pimp My Starship night, because this week he's off Wednesday, Thursday. Next week he's off Monday, Tuesday. So one of his nights off, we will definitely be doing a Pimp My Starship. Obviously, he's still dealing with all the stuff of trying to figure out what's going on with his mom. Passed away just before Christmas. And, you know, when you die with a will and you know you're dying and everything is kind of organized, it's still hell to get everything figured out. And when you just very suddenly die and nothing's planned, it's just like, what the heck? So that's got to be a challenge. I was very fortunate when my parents died. Somebody else took care of everything. It was just like magic. I didn't have to do anything except kind of show up. So would anybody like to join me for another random TFO? We can go Federation. We can go KDF. The cool thing is Ultimate Bacon Overlord is even if you can't eat cookies for various dietary reasons, I have gluten-free cookies. I have sugar-free cookies. I have vegetarian cookies, which are really disgusting in my opinion, but I mean, if it's all you can do. It's the protein that's missing that keeps the cookies from being delicious. But then somebody gave me a suggestion for making even better gluten-free cookies, so I have more to make. Yay, cookies. Anyone up for a random? Ooh, sweet. Which story arcs are you working on? Oh, speaking of, maybe I'll do that tomorrow morning. We are Edless tomorrow. All right. Yes, tomorrow is an Edless day. Hang on one sec here. We did not do endeavors this morning because we were busy working on my Silic. So let me jump over to that account. Oh, okay, cool. The only toon on this account who's done all the stories is Gornalicious. So I have, I think, 11 more toons on this account that have to do the entire storyline pretty much. They're all level 65. Some we did speed leveling. I've been leveling some up by doing AFKs. Don't shame me for it. Oh, all I have to do is Tholian ships. That's not exciting. Let's go off to Archer and see how the ship does. Let's see what Gorny has in terms of uncompleted accolades. Yeah, I'm a completionist. I want to get all of them done. Or at least the ones that can be done. There we go. Wow, we got stuff to do. Trigger trapped environmental controls. I don't even know what mission that is. Oh, that's a good word. Use the optional intrusion techniques while infiltrating Deep Space Nine. Thank you. I love his uniform. He's a lot more fun when he's got his board shorts on, though, and he's running around on Ryza, but hey. I know I can see the scene when the force field explodes and all the Jem'Hadar go out into space. But I cannot for the life of me remember which episode that is. Wasn't a TFO, was it? Is it Boldly They Rode? Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much, Mar Hawkman. I've done that one so many times. I suppose I could go to Doran ships. Is there anything for her? Tholians. Let's see what we have for Tholians. No, we've done them all for Tholians. Well, that bites. Yep. Well, still, one must go shoot them. I'm trying to get one accolade done. Yeah. One accolade done every night. Oh, great. Come on in. That would be awesome, Cliff. We started with doing random TFOs, and I'm more than happy to do that too. Yes, the technical term, by the way, Mar Hawkman, is defenestration. A word that my dad taught me when I was like 7 years old, and that was a man with a good sense of humor. Yes, teach your children what defenestration means. So that's my new Silic. Let's take a look on the inside and see what it looks like. I bought this on Friday. Bought it. Yeah, I did buy it on Friday. I acquired it on Friday. And it's going, we don't know what the inside of a Silic looks like. Hang on, let's figure this one out. Very nice. I'm going to assume that's a salute, a shield, that, and a happiness, of course. Ooh. Well, this looks like a... Okay, it looks slightly better than my Romulan interior, but not a lot different. Okay. That is a big Gorn in a really little chair. So Ed challenged me once to do a scene-in-scene where we've got a image in the background that's moving like it is here, and having the people in front of the screen moving, but doing this in Adobe. That was fun. Is there anything else here? This is very meh. we've got other levels. Woo! Oh. Yeah, this definitely looks like the interior of the Romulan flotilla. Oh my god, it's exactly like the interior of the Romulan flotilla. Seriously? And then let's throw in a little bit of assault on Rio Station. But not all the doors work here. Bummer. Let's see if this door works. That door works. What about the one over there? Oh, this one works over here. Let's see what's over here. Ooh, that's pretty. I'm so used to my little ships that have no interiors at all anymore. You have a bridge. Maybe you have a ready room. I used to spend a lot of time on the interior of my ships, because you used to have some fun things you could get to. Let's see, where shall we go? Main level? It's definitely Romulan. A sick bay. Which we've seen before in various missions. Ooh, an arboretum with extra doors. Oh, I like this. I have a nice interior. Ooh, 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 and a mess hall. That is one starry starfield out there. That's right. Oh, yeah. So if this is a Suliban ship, how come we've got a Romulan in here? Big Romulan logo. Gorney is confused. Yeah, that's not very subtle. Have I been to engineering yet? Or was that engineering before? Yes, we've already been down here. Alrighty. Let's get back to the bridge. Well, at least it's an interior. I'll give it that. Do I have an office? Over there? Well, it'll fit him. It's long enough. Romulan ships. Yeah, I did notice that, actually, as soon as I realized we're dealing with a Romulan ship here. And everybody, well, except my potato head. What else have we got here? Generic officers. Where are my bridge officers? The only one who's here is Devereaux. Is that turbo lift? Okay. Ooh, very fun. Who do I have on bridge seats? I've got Devereaux the Potato Head. I've got Hoochie Coo. Poochum Hailist, who is my Elachi, and Miradum, who is, I think, just a generic. Yeah, I have a lot of KDFs. HQ is my newest KDF. Hailist is my Elachi. Miradum is another. Oh, my Nausicaan, excuse me, and Poochum. We had different officers, and when we got this new ship, we decided to start playing with the officers. Yeah, I think so. I'm so used to coming here and you see your bridge officers here instead of got a bunch of Romulans. It's not the wrong faction. I paid good money for it. It's the right faction. Let's see if we've made it all the way to Archer. It is nice. Oh, they're rare. Cliff, I don't know if you've been playing this game for a long, long time, but back in the day, back when it first came out, the ship interiors were amazing. Absolutely amazing. You could spend hours just walking around the interior, talking to people and doing stuff. I miss that. To me, that was a huge part of the game. And actually, I totally get why they did it, but I do miss it. Well, let me kill 10 Tholians real quick here, and then let's have some fun. It is, but I've got to assume it's not the priority, though. I would spend money. I really would spend money to get ships with good interiors. One of my acquaintances has a sphere builder ship, maybe? Maybe an Iconian ship? But the interior is gorgeous. Okay, where's Archer? How'd you get all the way up there? That's fine, we don't want to go over there. We want to go over here. There we go. It's a new ship. We're learning how to fly it. Does it? Okay, so I'm thinking way back, God, a long time ago. Going on 12 years now? So back in probably years 1 and 2. Just a little bit before you started. And I know some of the other lifers here who've been around since beta. Remember those. Well, if it's a Sona ship, I wouldn't expect it to be anything less. Well, so much for my 10 ships. Then fully padded couches. Probably with velvet. Or silk, something really comfortable. Probably velvet rather than silk. Silk gets too cool on your skin. And with the various helpers coming along, feeding them peeled grapes, fanning them, doing their facial massages. Typical Sona stuff. I do remember the old space dock. I remember yelling at my son, where the F word is Sulu? Because you had to go find him in one thing, but he wasn't really there, and I went through every inch of that place looking for him. And finally gave up. It's an evolving game. As I was saying earlier, you know, they figure out what works, what doesn't work. What people actually want to do, because there's always the I know what I want to do as a designer or developer of something, and then there's reality. Wow, that went very nicely. As has been said, reality rears its ugly head. It's like the last days of the Foundry. Alright, who would like to do some randoms? We can go Federation, we can go KDF. Yeah, some of the Foundry stuff is phenomenal, but Sword of the Kuvema is still my favorite. I recorded it as I was doing it, hoping I'd be able to put it back together using demo record, but of course you couldn't do it. Federation or KDF, Drunken Heretic, I can switch, it's not a biggie. All these emotional things we do for games. But yeah. Honest to goodness, I was thinking about it. I get up in the morning, get ready for work, play the game for an hour, and doing a stream, go to work, hit the gym, do real life for about 1 hour a day, and I come back here and play the game. This replaces any social life I once had. Alright. I'm jumping back onto my Federation tune. So if you would like to join us for Federation, or if we get 5 people, we can do a private and mix it up. I am now on Kethza with a Z. That's my best tank. Wow, everybody's on tonight. Look at this. Look at this. Cliff, what is your handle in game? Need to make a note here so I can find you sometimes. Sometimes I remember things. A lot of times I don't. We recently stopped doing our time recording the way we used to. It used to be you had to log into things, which was a huge problem, especially if you're working remotely. So I got everybody a phone app so they can do everything, but that means I have to log their time in every day, which means I've now had to learn 21 different passwords. Okay, let me know when you're here. So I've got Drunken Heretic, I have got Mar Hawkman, and we're about to have Cliff join us, but we got room for one more person if anybody else is interested. I know you're all out doing stuff, no worries. So getting back to Foundry, I've said it before, Sword of the Kuvema was my favorite one. You could play it fast if you wanted to, but the dialogue was really well written with a great sense of humor. And some of the creativity in the game was amazing, and some was just stab yourself in an eyeball bad. Just no. I have to go see if I saved that. I burned everything to an external hard drive. I bought a terabit hard drive just to do as many of the missions as I could in the last few days. And I was playing them as fast as possible because I was trying to record as many as possible. I can always slow them down. Can't speed them up, but can slow them down. So I can go back and look at them. But the dialogue was so good. There was a series of them where you had a mission, but in the background you had these two characters who would be talking, a male and a female, and there was hints of a romance that had failed in a past relationship, and you'd be doing the story and you'd see the two of them sitting there and have to go over and listen to their dialogue in various sequences. Hey, Mar Hawkman, if you find that, let me know. Well, okay. I kind of meant if you tell me where it is, if it's on YouTube, I will go look it up. I've uploaded tons of things to YouTube and kind of been like, whoo. Then I go back and a year, 2, 5 years later go, that's actually really interesting. And then I realize I put it out there and just didn't remember it. Okay. I've got that now. Okay. I will go take a look at it. Wow. Thank you very much. I have it saved up here. I'm actually going to bookmark it. There. Now I can go look at it when I need to. Are you up and running yet, Cliff? Yeah, I think the first year I did YouTube stuff, it was all like 4-minute music videos. So when we started doing these huge hour, 3-hour, 11-hour ones, we had enough cred with them to be able to do it. Anyone else up for a random? Let's see. Okay, Big Papa, where are you? Where are you? Oh no, where are you? Do I not have you in my many friends? Are we not friends? How about we go Federation? That's okay. Worry not about caps. My dad always used to type in only all caps when he got a computer. It's like, Dad, that's shouting at people. What do you mean it's shouting at people? It's just like that, it's shouting at people. Alright, where are you? There you are. Go. And Cliff, have you managed to log on yet? And if not, we'll start one and then we'll come back and grab you. Okay, I'm going to start this one. Cliff, let me know when you're there and we'll grab you and go. Everybody ready? Well, tough, we're going anyway. Weeboo? Right. Yay! Okay, no problems, Cliff. Whenever you want to, don't worry about it. I didn't want to be rude and jump into it while you were just about there at 99.9 of the login. Do whatever you want. It is a game. It is meant to be fun. Oh, speaking of having fun, Von Marcus, better known as at Duffy number 1027, has 15 keys that he's going to give away to whoever sends him the most basic upgrades. You know, the kind that you can craft for cheap. He's trying to raise some funds to buy a ship, or maybe 2 ships. And he's willing to sell keys to you, give keys to you, the winner. He's going to send him the most. Oh yeah, I've seen you in here. Okay, no problem. I've got you here. When you pop up, I will grab you. No.
I am 7-5. In this instance, I speak for the cooperative. Many Borg were disconnected.
Okay, it's the big one.
The Borg were defeated in the hive. She survived and downloaded herself into this Unimatrix. Now she is compelling any vessels with disconnected Borg to return for reassimilation.
The David Hasselhoff? Okay, I like it. Who's going where? Okay. I'll come over here with you, Mar Hawkman. The only thing I dislike about this ship is the turn radius. The Lucent Archangel. Now that is a name. Actually, that was an episode I really liked. Suppose I should put on all my proper toys here. TFOs are a good idea. The randoms are fun, sometimes. I think we can all attest to the days when they are definitely not fun.
I'm picking up a massive disturbance in fluidic space. Species 8472 is approaching.
Wow, disconnected spheres. Yes, Procyon 5 and Gravity Kills, as randoms are not fun. think it was a few weeks ago, Ed decided to stay up late and do TFOs with us. 2 in the morning, and we get gravity kills.
The Undine will destroy the disconnected Borg ships. Stop them.
Yeah, we're getting a raid here. Hello, raiders. Oh, Victoria, hi. Hi, you wonderful people. How are you doing today? Or this evening, or whatever it is for you. I'll stick with day. How's everybody doing there? You guys have a good night? This is true, but we are grateful that you get the chance tonight. We're doing some random TFOs tonight, just goofing off, having fun. It is, after all, the name of the game. And it's been a very interesting day, and I definitely need something that's interesting, fun. You killed a ton of robots. Which kind of robots did you kill? That's what we need. We need robots. We didn't really have robots in the game, did we? Or in the series. Did we have any robots, really? That you can think of? I mean, we had androids. Lots of androids. But what about robots? Nice. So I mentioned this last night, but I was working on putting the Silic together. And Ed asked what my specialties were. You know, miracle worker, pilot. I'm like, I don't know. He goes, well, let's see. Realized I had 87 spec points I'd never used. Oops. Well, we got our 15 again, so we're doing fine. Yeah, I kind of think those, though, even though they had silver skin, were still more android than robot. Admittedly, what are you going to do, Robbie the robot? Couldn't really do it without going into Cliché City. We're there already? No. Yeah, I didn't think so.
The Vault have a ship designed to fight Borg. Destroy it before it attacks the Borg.
voices are gone. So well, maybe, you know what? Maybe they did deal with the robot concept in the exocomps. Which worked just fine until we did Peanut Hamper. Which has ruined exocomps for me. Fine, be that way. I'll stick my minions on you. We've got 13 with a minute to go. Yay, we got our 15. Yay! Get over there fast enough. Ooh.
The collective will not fall here. I will not allow it.
They will not let me skip it either.
You will be eliminated.
Three dreadnoughts, but they're attacking one another. This is your chance.
Well, at least I got an accolade. Where are you? Somebody already get the Undine? Apparently so. Wow. No? not. Where is it? Oh, okay, we did. Wow. Sweet. Ooh, and look at all those wonderful marks. None of which I need. Boy, do I really not need any of them. Okay, let's take 8472 then. Nicely played, everybody. I didn't even see the Undine ship. I saw the Voth. It was gone. And then it was the Queen, and she was gone.
Our scouts have found an attack element of the Zenkethi fleet. We need to know what they're up to.
Let's go home for just a moment and clean out all the loot, and then we can team up. If anybody else would like to join, we can reteam. So Ed and I have been building a Suliban Silic in the mornings, because Gorney really deserved a nicer ship. He'd been running off on his T5U Voth Bastion forever. Alright. Give me 1 second there, Cliff, and I'm just going to clean out the inventory and we can team up again. Whee! Oh, good. That all worked out well. Do I probably have a few too many things here? Yes, I probably do. Just a few. Let's do that real quick. Okay, that looks better. Except for... Nope, got 99 of those. So I haven't been able to play much for the past couple of weeks because I'm doing this. I'm chatting with you guys, which means I'm not doing my hardcore dilithium grind. See how many tens of thousands you can make per minute. So I've started doing some AFKs from the office, because you can set them up to run. They take 15 minutes. Alternate through all your characters, but I've been doing Best Served Cold Elite and wind up with a bunch of spore canisters on really crummy basic level tunes. Alright, where'd you go? Kieran, where are you? I just saw you. Taco salad is there. There you are. Anybody else want to join for another round of random TFOs? That's brilliant, Mar Hawkman. Thank you. I will do exactly that. Okay, so we've got Kieran, we've got Mar Hawkman, we've got Big Papa. Got room for one more, if anybody else would like to join. Sounds good. I'd asked to be invited to have food, but I had some leftover shawarma and hummus, which is possibly not the most exciting meal I've ever had, but it was the leftovers from last night, and therefore the fridge is now cleaner, And I didn't have to pay more money for it, so yay! Got room for one more if anybody else would like to join for one more round. Shawarma is delicious. Hummus is delicious too. So it's a plate of hummus, and then they pile on a small amount of shawarma. And I'm not big on the Israeli salad, but I love the red cabbage and pickles that go with it. And that and tahini. Oh, yum. And they make their own homemade pita. I make good pita, but theirs is much better than mine. Yeah, you know, there's no good gyros places here, at least where I am in Indianapolis. We used to have a really good gyros shop, and then the sorry, a lot of police cars going by. The person who owned the strip center decided he wanted to close it and have it torn down, so the good gyros shop is gone. And the place I used to go to in Chicago, the guy gambled away all his money, so he's gone. There's a good Greek restaurant here, but not gyros. Anybody else got room for one more? Drunken Heretic, you up for another round?
Good evening.
Good evening. A voice. I hear a voice. Ah. How are you doing?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you. We've been running some TFOs.
Oh, really?
What have you been up to this evening?
The dentist's office.
How exciting!
Passed with flying colors.
Oh, well, that's good. Victoria, there is no such thing as legit Chicago deep dish. Chicago deep dish is horrible. Ugh. And I'm from Chicago. Well, if they get the... Okay, that's not entirely true. There's a place that makes a sort of deep dish, but they believed in making it get to the point where the dough is properly cooked, so the ones that are really good are like their spinach and garlic ones. So good. What state are you in, Victoria? While I queue us up for another random TFO. Boop. There we go. Wee woo, everybody. It's not food. I like pizza too. I love pizza. I like Detroit style pizza. I'm going to assume everybody... Okay, somebody got a wee. And then I love the pizza that we used to get in Europe, which was bizarre. It'd be this really thin dough, and it would have creme fraiche, caramelized onions, bacon on it.
That's making me hungry. It sounds so good.
Oh, it was. It was sweet from the onions, salty from the bacon. The creme fraiche was completely different than tomato sauce. It did not have fucking pineapples or anchovies on it. Blech. My husband loves anchovies, and now that we live 200 miles... Oh, God. We are just hitting the good ones tonight, aren't we? New York thin crust. Sweet.
Thin crust is the best crust for me.
I agree. In my name drop of the evening, Patrick Stewart met his current wife, Sunny, when she was working as a waitress at a pizza place in Brooklyn called Franny's or Fanny's. So when we met them for something, she's like, oh, you have to go to this place that I used to work. And so we did, and damn if that wasn't good, really good pizza.
Priority clearance recognition, Alpha 1.
Hey, Rob, thank you so much for the subscription. That's really nice of you. You guys are really sweet. We appreciate it. I appreciate it. I guess I'll go over here and get these things then. How are you doing, Rob? I haven't seen you for a while. Please tell me you've been safe and healthy and all those good things. You got your job back. That's fantastic. How'd that happen? They realized how awesome you were and couldn't stand to not have you around. I'm sure that was it. I worked at a place once that I loved. I was there for 7 years. It was awesome. I mean, okay, after 7 years you hate everybody and everything, but I still loved the job. And I got fired. And when it took 3 people to replace me, my boss got fired for firing me. So that was kind of nice. Always good. I would say I'm back to my old lab tech days because I have to do all the COVID testing in the office now. Which kind of reminds me of the good old days, but it's only for a couple hours once a week. Not very exciting. Yes, it is, isn't it? And some people just deserve it. So how are you doing these days, Alpha? Aside from getting to visit the dentist.
Doing great, I think. Work's kind of quieting down.
Is that good or bad?
I'd say it's a good thing.
Okay. Well, even though the mandate about, having to test, and if you didn't test or have your people vaccinated, blah, 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 fines, blah, 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 was turned down, we have government contracts. So, yeah, we either get vaccinated or we get tested every week. Your choice.
Yeah, we're pretty much in the same boat. We have to, we also have to answer a survey in Clear once every 7 days.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Regardless of whether we're going on site or working remotely.
Wow. Yeah, I've actually heard that for a lot of places, but not so much, let's say in the past 6 months. When I first started with my company, we basically had to do that. And we stopped doing it. I think I had enough evidence that we stopped doing a couple of things. I stopped bleaching every surface. Because it was actually chewing up the surfaces of everything. So instead of, so instead of the nice smoothly finished handles on things, they were now pitted and rough and actually could hold on to germs and bacteria a lot better.
Yikes.
Yep. And it's going to cost us tens of thousands of dollars to get it all refinished.
Yeah.
So it turns out, hey, just clean it with soap and water is fine. Doesn't have to have bleach. But the equipment that we work with is used for the destruction of biological materials. So does that mean we get exposed to COVID? Yes, we get exposed to COVID. Especially the guys who have to go out in the field.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Which is amazing. 2 of the 4 of them have actually gotten exposed with mild to symptoms of I don't feel good. But more people have picked it up from grandkids, nieces, nephews, guests, grocery store.
Yeah. The data centers, when we do go on site, are fairly well enough ventilated, just with airflow for keeping the servers cold and that sort of thing. So, and I don't, to my knowledge, I don't think we've had any COVID-related incidents.
Well, that's amazing.
But then again, I'm sure there's plenty of stuff going on that I don't.
Well, of course, you're not allowed to say anything. I'm not allowed to say anything because, you know, I'm as close to HR as we've got in the office at the moment. And someone will come in and say, "Where's so-and-so?" I said, "They're not here." "Oh, are they okay?" "I can't tell you." "Oh." "When will they be back?" "5 days." "Oh, okay." That's about as obvious as it gets, but I can't say anything.
Mm-hmm.
But because we do get exposed to all that stuff, we have access to vaccinations if we want them. And I, of course, am not going to turn down a free vaccination.
Of course not.
I mean, they were willing to do tetanus, flu, meningitis, pneumonia, shingles, obviously COVID. I think there was like 15 that we could have if we wanted them, no charge.
Incredible.
Yeah. And I'm like, "Fine, I'll take them all." And the nurse is like, "You don't want them all in one day." "I don't?" She goes, "No, you really don't. I'll come back over the next couple of weeks." Okay. I just thought, you know, if you get them all at once and you're going to get sick from it, you're going to get sick from it. Just get it done. It's like getting your wisdom teeth pulled. Just get them all on one day.
Exactly.
You'll have a miserable couple of days, but it's not like you'll be miserable, get better, and then have to go back and do it to yourself. Hey, Big Papa, what do you use for cleaning surfaces, if I may ask, if it's not a trade secret? The good thing about running this and Borg disconnected is at least they'll be out of the queue for 30 minutes. We'll be safe.
Very true.
We will be safe for a few minutes.
Could be worse. It could be gravity kills.
Oh God, don't say it. Don't say that. You know it will pop up in the next rotation. Ed said it, and what came up?
I'm knocking on wood.
Please. Ed said it, and it appeared. I was reading some Reddit articles or stories the other day, and somebody had posted something on Instagram about Arnold Schwarzenegger's participation in something wholesome and healthy. And somebody else said, "Hey, if you say his name 3 times, he'll magically appear here in the chat." And so, of course, somebody said it, and somebody else said it, and somebody said it a 3rd time, and Arnold's like, "And here I am." I think that is just like amazing. That would make my day. So we will have to not say gravity kills 3 times or 4 times. We'll have to say it 4 times just to take off the charm and be done with it. Oh, God. Well, the tanky ships are fine, but they can't move fast enough, so I take my little escort in there, and it moves just fine and gets sucked into the gravity well and gets spaghettified. There is no happy compromise.
Or gets blown up too fast.
That too, yeah.
And throwing some salt over my shoulder.
Yes, Id points out we have a new countdown on the launcher. There is a new TFO coming out in 6 days.
At Jupiter Station.
Yes! Isn't that awesome?
Very exciting.
Yeah, Mar Hawkman was saying that might be a artifact or something that they created, whatever his word is for it, from back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't remember that. The name of the episode is IUPPITER, Jupiter Iratus. And I don't know what that means.
Something Latin, probably.
Yes, it's definitely something Latin.
It's my hope that even if it's just a zone with the station that you can warp into, they make it a quasi pseudo social zone, kind of like Wolf 359.
Ooh, I like that idea.
I'm sure that would make Jupiter Force quite happy.
Hi, other Duffy. How are you? And yes, Ed does have magical powers. How are you feeling, Duffy? I was thinking about you the other day. Worried about you because I am the mom and therefore I must worry. It's in the job description. Is it the next story or next part of the arc, or I thought they said it was a new TFO coming out, or is it one of each? Wouldn't that be nice?
I would presume it's one of each.
Sweet, because what was that one? Firewall was excellent. I could very happily deal with some more stuff like Firewall.
Firewall and Operation Wolf came at the same time, so
they were both fabulous.
I'm hoping there's a new story episode to this too.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm curious where they're going to go with that whole Firewall arc. I love being the evil me. I hope I get to be the evil me for a while.
Impersonate the evil us.
Yes. Oh, man, I'm sorry. Well, I will send good thoughts your way. Maybe you have to get out of the frozen north and get into where they've got some decent weather again. One of my bosses is Canadian, and he was up there during the ever-popular 39 below zero days a couple of weeks ago. I've been through weather that cold, and no, not again. Thank you.
I think the coldest I've ever been in is 12 below.
Well, you're not exactly in the frozen north, are you?
No. But that was in the frozen north.
Ah.
Or at least close. That was North Dakota.
That's, yeah. We actually have a team up in North Dakota right now. And they got hit by that storm. It was because they were supposed to get home that night that it was hitting, and I'm like, guys, did you get on planes? Yeah. Did you get out? Kinda. We're not there anymore. We're snowed in at a different airport. I think they wound up in Minneapolis, which at least when it snows, Minneapolis is like, yeah, no problems. We can deal with this.
Mm-hmm.
Foot of snow, no problems. That's like typical Tuesday here. Well, while that was underwhelming, it's off the rotation for a little bit. Yay. Hopefully in a submarine. Okay, so the storm front came down, looped underneath the Great Lakes, and then back up and over towards the northeast, and part of it went down towards the southeast. What did it scoop out around? Chicago and Indianapolis. We had like 3 really nice days. Light dusting of snow one day, and that was it. Wasn't even particularly cold. And I'm used to getting hit with a foot of snow and just having a day of chill in the apartment, chill in the house, take the dogs out. You know, nice days, fun days. No, we get nothing. It's just inherently wrong. Okay, that was fun. Now we've had 2 meh ones. Haven't really had a good one yet. You guys up to try it one more time here? See if we can get something better out of this a couple more times. I've got a Marhawkman. Wow, there's 20 people here. Hi! Hi, everybody! Yay! And we've got ourselves a Kieran. Okay, for Florida, that's sucky weather. For here, that's like spring. Spring, and we're starting to put on shorts at that point going, ooh, 40, yeah! Indianapolis is a little bit warmer than Chicago. It's only 200 miles further south, but makes a big difference. Got room for one more, if anybody else would like to join.
I'll join in if you need a filler.
Sure. Absolutely, I will be happy to have you there. That's true, you have a little bit different situation there. Garrett, okay?
Yep.
There you go. Hot dogs, craft beer fries, salted caramel s'mores, and hot chocolate. Victoria, you need to move in here. I'm sorry, that's all there is to it.
That sounds like the perfect campfire.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot better than leftover shawarma, though it was good. Is everybody ready? Wee-woo?
Wee-woo.
Okay, let's make sure I've got everybody in private team there. We're good. Okay. You guys want to vote on what it is? Ground or space? What do you think it's going to be, Alpha?
I'll say ground.
Okay. Marhawkman is saying ground hive, and that would be an interesting one. I'm good, except I'd have to put on a slight change of attire.
Better make sure I have a TR-16.
No, we're space. Oh, God.
Oh, dear.
What the heck did we do to you, Cryptic? Why are you doing this to us? Maybe somebody else should team us, because I am just not getting this one today. Do we all go together, or do we take it from opposite sides?
I'll go right, I suppose.
Okay, I'll go left. Yeah. Duffy says, say grav kills, which we did, but we said it more than 3 times, so we're safe, and instead we get Procyon 5. Big Papa's going left. I will go left. Alpha's going right if somebody else wants to go right with him. Ooh, Marhawkman says he'll do portals. Yay.
Moving to intercept at full impulse.
I hate it when it does that.
That's half of the portals. Keep going.
Nice. Hey, if you can blow up Pickle too fast, good for you.
Fire.
Well, first one went smoothly. will say I don't really like the graphics in this one.
We did it.
Mhm.
It's
Reminds me a little too much of
The timeline is
Days of
changing.
Doom with that really cheesy graphic of
Battle of Procyon 5 is on your right.
the space dock. And I don't. They clearly had to have done that on purpose. I just don't know why.
I would speculate it's to try and evoke the
Yeah, I
old
assumed.
POS, but
I assumed it had to be a reason like that.
Ship builders are targeting the Enterprise. Moving to... Oh, bad idea. Credit ships inbound. Moving to intercept and engage. Krenim fleet is attacking the Enterprise. We can't afford to lose her. Mayday! Core breach imminent! Abandoned ship! Half the portals are down. Well done.
Do we get him? Huh! Sweet! $120 Herc attendance is a breeze, Victoria.
fire.
Get an Agni field generator, get a Sparky suit. Go down there, have a little fun. Better yet, grab a bunch of friends, go down there and have a lot of fun.
Wait! Timeline change.
I love the way that the body has nothing to do with the face sometimes, or the... I'm going to ignore that phone call.
now I have a hankering for pancakes.
Are targeting the Enterprise. Moving to...
Pancakes? Oh yeah, pancakes.
Krenim ships inbound. Moving to... Stay with Enterprise.
There's a reference in a Star Trek book to pancakes on the planet Luxor 4. And every time my son and I go out for pancakes, it's like, Luxor 4? And of course the poor waitresses are like, we have no idea what you're talking about. It must have been an audiobook for my son to know the reference.
I'm going for Enterprise. Moving to intercept. Forces are attacking. Nice work on those portals. Keep it up. Mayday! Core breach imminent. Abandoned ship.
interesting.
Enterprise hull integrity under 50%. Give them a hand. Enterprise hull integrity below 25%. We need to protect that ship. There's our chance. Fire!
We did it. We stopped them. This time. Now we need to stop them for good.
Hey, that wasn't bad, folks. That was amazingly good. No one screaming in frustration. Yay! Yay! Hey, Ray of Light and Id, Mr. Dave and DT both have got the Razor mask. I don't think they care if it's an N95. It beats the heck out of a cloth mask. Give me 2 seconds to go find out who the heck that was and make sure that wasn't a disaster. I'll be right back. And to get coffee.
Razer does have some comfy headsets. I'm currently using the, I think it's the Nari, which is similar to the Kraken. I think it just came a little bit later, and it's, I don't know if the the latest Kraken models do wireless or not, but I know Nari does.
You can do better. I'll give you the chili. You can do better. You can do so much better. You can be flipping awesome. And you're settling. You're settling for the bare minimum. You don't have to do that. Remember, the only person you have to be good enough for is you, and you know that you're not satisfying your own level of cuteness. Think of it. You need to keep food on the plate for that dog of yours. She's starving. I've seen her.
Sorry about that. Okay, first, Ray of Light. The Razor Kraken is awesome. I've been using cloth masks and paper masks, and I'm not dead yet. Spend your money as you would like. Okay, that said, Farns was, for those of you who remember Farnsworth, which is probably none of you, was a fleet mate 5 years ago. And that was a fleet mate calling to tell me stories. So thank you to all you fleeties who actually call me at home. Thank you. And there's quite a few of you. I think I need to get an unlisted number moving forward. No, I've gotten calls, I think, from other Duffy, not Paragon Duffy, at like 1 in the morning going, Mom, you've left the live stream running. Okay. Or Dante calling, or in this case, Farns calling, or Ed, or DT. So yeah, I love you guys. I know it sounds weird. Calls in the middle of the night, and I still love it. Shall we do another? Okay, so we've done Hive, our Borg Disconnected. We've done the horrible Voth one. We've done Procyon 5. We have succeeded in all of these. Look at the memes channel in Discord. Okay. Yes, do look at the memes channel in Discord if you want to. Ed posted one. I posted one from a fellow martial artist this morning, since I don't post a lot of memes. And Mar Hawkman's, which is excellent. Thank you, Mar Hawkman. That is lovely. Yeah, I think it is. Okay, everybody up for another one? Anybody up for another one?
Sounds good by me.
I'll grab you first then. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Let's try that again. Cliff, you up for one? I've taken the last 4 or 5 days off of going to the gym and went back today, and I'm going to pay for this so bad tomorrow.
I wasn't able to get to the pool all last week because of on-call responsibilities. Today was my first day back.
Nice.
I'm definitely.
Do you swim a lot?
Quite a bit.
Ah.
And last week was actually my first week back at the pool after a 3-month hiatus on account of work.
Yeah, well, at the rate it's going, Duffy, everybody's going to get sick, and then we'll have 100% everybody's been exposed, and then the criteria will change again, and we can all go back and have a life. Anybody else? I got room for one more person. Yeah, I got my 3rd booster in October. 2nd booster? The 3rd shot. The joy of getting exposed to this stuff all the time. Is they're like, yeah, third one might not be a bad idea. And then we have people who had all 3. Big Papa, I can walk from where I live to my son's apartment. It's maybe a minute and a half, 2-minute walk. And since I hang out with them, we're pretty much figuring out that we've either all had it or we haven't had it, and we're fine. We can get the pizza at the pizza place. It's all set to go. And so we walk in, grab the pizza, and leave. I go to his place, I go to my work, and that's it. We never go anyplace else. I haven't been to that. Well, that's not true anymore, but I started going to concerts about 3 months ago. I went to the Who in Chicago just before Christmas, which was fantastic. And my boss has given me her tickets to the theater. So I've been to 2 symphonies, but they have 4 tickets. And they give me all 4 tickets so I can plop myself in the middle and have space all around me. You know, that's really weird, Duffy. You would think they could do that. Ray, maybe and maybe not. Ed got his shot at his house. They came out and did it. Yeah, to give out the shots at Walmart. That's a really fine point. They do, don't they? All right, so shall we do a random with 4 of us and see what we get? Okay, here we go. Ooh, maybe not. Hang on. Oh, Big Papa. There we go. Okay, now we can do this. Yay. No. Why can't we do that? We're all there. Let's try that again. Wow. It's, not happy with us, is it? It's really interesting. It doesn't want to let me team or...
It says in the private window, it says MyGuyMM has an AFK penalty somehow. Oh, wait a minute, that just disappeared.
Okay. No, somebody still got a penalty.
Oh, now it's back. It keeps flashing on and off that he has a AFK penalty for about 16 minutes or so.
What happened, MyGuyMM? He was in the last mission with us, though.
Yeah.
And he definitely was contributing. Yeah, no, that doesn't make... Did you get the reward at the end of it? If you got the reward at the end, then okay, then it's not for that.
Oof.
Okay. Okay, let me do that. Okay, we should be good now. And we are. Weeboo?
Weeboo.
I think we all did a nice fair amount of damage on that last one, including Mar Hawkman getting all of the portals. Undine Assault! Alright. At least with a team who knows what it's doing.
These Undine are deploying that need to be closed.
The question is, there are the 6 errant rifts that appear. Are we going to take all 6? Or are we just going to get back to the planet killer and take it out? So who is our guest on this one? Oh goody, we have Cataract at max .0 with damage. Yay! And I have to fix my tray.
An errant fluidic rift has opened between the lanes. The location is marked on your map.
The rift is between the middle lane and the bottom lane if somebody wants to run and get it. Otherwise, I can run down there. Of course, you guys are all good at the game, so I don't have to tell you this stuff. Sorry about that. I'm used to doing the teacher bit where you have to explain things to people.
Performing a scan of the rift.
It's better to over-communicate than under-communicate.
Yeah. We ran into that today, where we had said we'd like to do this, and this is our budget, and not realize that the two things we were saying were absolutely contradicting each other, and they didn't correct us, so they just went ahead and spent $10,000 of our money without letting us know.
Ouch.
Yeah. We were unamused. One of these disappeared. Okay, well that's interesting. It's not what I was expecting, but interesting. Well, it's been an interesting day for being a mom in that this morning we had a person who came into Discord and was, let's say, disrespectful. Definitely made me rethink my day.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't mind being called old. Doesn't bother me. I don't mind being called a mom. But this guy was above and beyond.
Yikes.
Yeah, so I banned him. and reported him. And considered doing a police report.
That bad, huh?
Yeah. What is wrong with people? Just because you think you're anonymous behind the wall of the internet, you're not. I'm not. I mean, people, if they want to figure out who I am and where I live, I don't really hide it. Because I don't think there's nutcases like that out there, but apparently there are. Victoria, if you get a chance to talk to Pi, there are spam or bots that you can use to protect yourself against that. Hate bots. And we've got them installed in this so that they can't do it. So if you check with him, he may be able to walk you through doing it on yours. Honest to goodness, I don't particularly care what you do in your private life as long as it's between consenting adults. And everybody's good with it. Because it's none of my business.
Undine Fluidic Space Rift Alpha has been closed.
So we're going after the Dreadnought?
I am at the moment, yeah.
Okay, on my way to join you. See if I can't fix this one up here. Did I not kill you enough?
Undine Fluidic Space Rift High has been closed.
At least I got a few shots in on the planet killer.
An errant fluidic rift has opened between the lanes. The location is marked on your map.
$425 for 30 minutes for a hot dog? It sounds more like charcoal. It's absolutely poetic, Duffy. Sweet. Good luck with that one, Ed.
That's delicious.
It just sounds like a lot of heat for some hot dogs. I mean, the last travel show I was watching was a trip through some town in Germany. It's a show called Delicious Destinations, and it's just about eating in various towns. And I don't remember which town it was. It's a town I haven't been to in Germany. A city, probably. And then we're going from one sausage place to the next sausage place. And then to a place that did fresh breads. And I'm realizing how much I miss going to Germany. And for that matter, Switzerland.
I've only been to Europe once, and that was in 2006. So I imagine much has changed.
It has and it hasn't. It's interesting. I worked at a company that was based out of Aachen, Germany, so I was there a lot. But that's over near the border with the Netherlands. I mean, literally on the border with the Netherlands. So I would fly into Brussels and take the train over because that was faster than flying in, let's say, to Dusseldorf or to some of the other towns.
Right.
But the only time I went to the other side of the country would be when I'm visiting my sister who lives in Switzerland. And then, long story short, we wound up in Germany unintentionally when the hot air balloon crashed, but that's a different story. And so I haven't had a lot of the food from there. But the northwestern section was where we were at the most. And then, of course, a lot of food in Brussels, which is delicious. And along that area. Now, Ed's down in a different section entirely, so I'll have to go find out what they eat down there one of these days. But German food, as it is on the Swiss area, Schweizerdeutsch, is very much like German and not so much of the French or the Italian influence you get in other areas. Ooh, Korea. I have never been to Korea. I've been to Singapore and then down to New Zealand and Australia. Hoping to get back to Australia in the next year or two if they ever lift their travel restrictions. Since we have some fleet mates down there, I have to go visit them before they come up here. One more?
Sure.
Okay. Oh, yeah. The Undine cancer thingy? Okay. Yes, blowing up the Undine cancer thingy. I love it. Got room for 3 more people. I've been to Ireland. Ireland was awesome. I met Beardy, who's one of our fleet mates there. Yes, I do travel to different places to meet fleet mates. Don't I? I've been to Malmo in Sweden, and a little bit of that area. Been to Copenhagen? I can't say it correctly. Working on that one. Couple of times now. England a lot. Ireland once. Scotland this next trip. Germany. Been to France. That was nice. Very polluted, but very nice. Very interesting. Obviously Brussels a ton. Yeah, I think we had talked about that. Who else is up for this? Anybody else up for one last random TFO for the night? Ooh, Big Papa, I'm jealous. They say that travel broadens you, and aside from the amount of food I eat in different places, yes, I agree. You meet interesting people and you get to look at interesting approaches to life. Big Papa, you want to join us? You're standing right here.
Our trip back in 06, we started in Normandy.
Ooh.
And, well, we flew into Paris and then drove to Normandy, and then we made our way to Bastogne, and then Diekirch in Luxembourg.
I love Luxembourg.
and then from Luxembourg to a town along the Rhine called Bacharach.
I've heard of it, but I've never been. I don't think I've ever been there.
Charming place, great food. Ended up biking quite a bit along the Rhine. I don't remember where we ended up, but I remember we saw a few castles.
Mm-hmm.
And then from Bacharach we went to Munich, and then from Munich we went to Salzburg.
Wow.
And then flew from Vienna back to Paris, and then from Paris back home.
Back in the day, we had exchange students from just outside of Vienna, and oh, there we go. One more. Oops. Sorry, Mark. Somebody already got in. So anyway, when my mom died, my dad decided to move move to Austria, and wound up living with the family where we had their kids live with us when they were exchange students. And that's where he spent the last of his life there. So I guess it all kind of goes around. Definitely want to go to Japan. All right, let's launch this puppy. Everybody ready?
Yep.
Here we go. Wee woo.
Wee woo.
Okay, so the only thing left is going to be gravity kills. I think we've had every other sucky one so far tonight. But it could be we haven't had anything on the ground, so I suppose it could be minor instabilities. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Big Papa.
I'm holding out hope that we can finish off the night with a nice calm ISA.
Well, it's space, so we're good so far, except for gravity kills. Yeah, we had gravity kills one night with Ed, and it was not good. Really? Not a good night. Yeesh.
Depends on which enemies we get.
Yeah, that's true. Which one am I missing? I'm missing something to attract fire, and I can't remember which one I'm missing.
Let's switch ships real quick.
Threatening stance. Thank you, that's what I wanted. I was thinking it was attract fire, but that was the one I had. Yeah, no, there is no way I was guessing this one. I should have. This is just one I didn't get why they bothered to reskin the other one.
That was disappointing.
Enemy ships detected.
Oh.
What have we got? Ooh, Vodwar.
Vodwar.
No worries.
Parts are ready. Scan.
Did you get them all activated? Okay.
Looks like it.
Well, Victoria, it's not that I would ever suggest anybody scam the system, but you could move to a different country where they have better socialized medicine. Or we could improve the system here, which I guess is the better option, but... And that's not me being snarky, that's me being realistic in terms of American medicine, in terms of what we pay for it and what we get. Bites. It's tough to move to another country even when we didn't have COVID. This is going better than I thought it would. So who remembers when the Delta arc came out? What was it? Delta Rising?
Yep, Delta Rising.
When that first came out and the Vodware were just like unbelievably tough?
Yes. That seemed to be the theme for each new expansion for a while. The Vodware made their debut and they were tougher than expected. Yep. The Iconians came out, it's like, oh crap, the Iconians are terrible.
And now we like to see how fast we can melt their dreadnoughts.
Mm-hmm.
I can melt that dreadnought in 3 seconds.
Went from panic to near annoyance.
Yeah. Well, is that because they nerfed the opponents, or is that because the equipment that we get is just OP? Or somewhere in
probably
between?
Probably the latter.
Yeah, I remember playing hooky from work so we could play Delta Rising for the whole weekend and I didn't have to worry about working. Which possibly wasn't the best decision I ever made, but, you know, it was one day. Big deal. And after 12 hours in, it just was horrible. Horrible. You couldn't progress, you had to go off and run patrols to try and rank up.
Yeah.
And that was when Japori was the be-all and end-all for getting extra XP, and they decided they weren't going to let that count.
Yeah.
That was not a good decision on their part.
Oh, the days of Mark 12 purple.
I think that was the opportunity we had to get to level... Was that level 45 or is that 50?
I think that's 50.
Okay. That was an adventure.
Satellite upgrades are now available. When you...
Where the heck am I? Engineering. We don't want anybody to do engineering, do we? I'll go deal these over here then. Yeah, for a long time the Breen were just an adventure. And I haven't done one in a while. I probably should go do that Breen arc. Just for fun. I did it with Ed, and it was just... We did it during an hour in the morning show.
I have a few characters that need to run that arc, I think, for like, I think it's, I think I have to do it on my KDF recruit or something.
In Victoria, I always try and maintain a positive attitude.
Picking up the enemy flagships. Hang on up there.
I always enjoyed the Breen ground stuff. That's a good question, Ed, and I don't have an answer for you. Wish they'd hire me. I'm good at customer support. Maybe we could find answers to problems. I think a lot of times customer support doesn't give you answers that you want because they honestly don't care. They don't have to. It's a very Ferengi approach to life. Once you have their money, never give it back. Hold on. The enhanced Gordon went back in time to save the Bajoran girl. What? I don't remember that episode, do I?
Oh, yeah, the, I don't recall unless the Bajoran girl is the one with the paw wraiths, but the enhanced Gorn is Amar Singh, and he restarted the Augment project and was augmenting Gorn.
Why don't I remember this?
This was like the Klingon War arc.
Wow.
At launch. I don't remember when they finally removed those episodes. I want to say it might have been after Delta Rising they got removed.
Wow. I had Klingons at that point, but I don't remember any part of that arc, though that doesn't mean anything.
They were fed missions, but
wow.
And that's how we know Amar Singh when we see him in Facility 4028 from that.
I'm feeling very old in that I'm not remembering so many of these episodes. And I remembered, I wish we could go find somebody who knew these all. No, do not die. No death. Ooh, I did not need to do that. Yeah, there were no Klingon arcs. Well, there was no Klingons at launch. But there was a Klingon storyline, wasn't there?
Yeah, it was you had the Klingon War missions in Federation side, but the Klingon faction itself didn't have any story. It was pure, it was mostly PvP with a few exceptions.
3 seconds, 2, 1.
We did it.
Woo!
We made it.
I miss a lot of the old stories. Yay. Whew. Yeah, they keep moving stories in. A lot of these need to get revamped and put back in just for nostalgia. We need a nostalgia arc. All those old stories, just throw them in. They don't have to tie into anything. Just put them back in so we could go play them for a while.
Exactly.
Actually, speaking of grind and a half, I was goofing off yesterday and went back and played one of the patrols, just a random patrol. Stowe Classic. There you go, Big Papa. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, just take all of them and put them in the availables as stuff to go do. Unless there's a reason, like there's a code issue.
Yeah, it could be something broke and it became unplayable. I don't know why they took the past imperfect missions out where you go rescue Moral Paris using the Guardian Forever. That I don't know.
No, I loved that episode. That was one of my favorites in terms of fun ground play and a little bit of the nostalgia aspect. And
I also think Memory Alpha, like even if Memory Alpha was no longer a necessary zone for crafting it, I don't think it should have been removed because it was still especially with the gold, like the golden holographic sphere in the center of the map. That was always gorgeous, I think.
Yeah, there's a few things that I really enjoyed just for the visuals that are gone.
I remember one year for April Fools, they did we wiped Tribble and made it Star Trek Online 1.0. Go play it. And I don't think they actually did, but that would have been nice. That would have been nice just for the nostalgia.
Mr. Guy Double M, thank you so much for the follow. We appreciate you joining us tonight. Yeah, I would love to see a lot of this stuff, but now that I'm thinking about all these things that, because this is going on 12 years, it's, I'm playing it the ungodly number of hours we've all been playing it.
Mm-hmm.
It would be fun to go and write the story of all of it, because this goes way back. And I don't know if anybody who's a dev or involved with the game now was involved with it way back when, but somebody has to be doing it. Somebody has to have some memory of it.
Al's been there for forever, hasn't he?
I think so, yeah. Actually.
And Jeremy didn't start as a dev, but way back when he was doing Stoked with Chris.
Really?
Yeah, Jeremy.
I've got, yeah. Because I think that might be something for one of our books. Because we're working on the ground book first. And then we've got that one. I've searched for Star Trek Online timelines before. From Dante. Hi, Dante. How are you? Hey, Mr. Guy. We are just having fun tonight. Actually, we are having fun, but I'm going to wrap it up here because I'm trying to get some sleep these days, which hasn't been working well. Yeah, I would love to write that book, too. Well, I think if I'm going to try and write the book, Dante, I'm going to actually get in touch with the people from Stowe. We've got a lot of contacts from meeting them at the conventions, and I suspect they wouldn't object too much if we wrote some of the stories and visuals and all that stuff dating back. Especially, you know, if they did it under their auspices. I'd be happy to write it, and they could go publish it and make all the money. I just get some credit as an author. Woo! But I'm going to log off for the evening, folks. I want to thank everybody who joined us. You guys are freaking awesome. I love you all. I'm so glad you're here tonight. Let's go see who we can raid, though. Because, you know, why not? Why not go raid somebody? Who's out there tonight? Wow. I don't see a lot of folks we usually see. Ragin' Rick. Kushti Bardhue, RLDNC Gaming, us, Gaming Now Live. Oh, Klingon Pop Warrior. Shall we go get Klingon Pop Warrior?
Let's do it.
Okay. Hey, I'm going to log off for the night, Cliff. So, here we go. We're going to go raid her. If you have not followed Klingon Pop Warrior, please give her a follow. Give her a little love. Share the Star Trek Online love. Follows are free, cheap. I'm off tomorrow night. It's martial arts night. I'm going to go beat the crap out of some people. And I will be back on Thursday night. So everyone have a great night. Take care. Love you all. Go have fun.